Man, what a beautiful day. Oh, hey, good morning and welcome to the show. We're waking up this morning at Marine Max here on Panama City Beach. It is a gorgeous morning, and I'm standing here with Shannon Payne. Shannon, thanks so much for...
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Thanks so much for getting up so early and showing me this beautiful boat. This is a pontoon boat, right?
Yes, a Harris 200 Omni.
A Harris 200 Omni. Now, it's how big?
20 feet.
It's a 20-foot Harris Omni. Is it real expensive? Because I've seen some of the boats here at Marine Max, and the sky is the limit.
Right, it's the entry-level pontoon that we offer here.
Okay, the entry-level pontoon. All right, well, that's good. So how affordable is this thing? I mean, if I don't know anything about boating, but maybe I like pontoons, or maybe I've rented a pontoon in the past, and having some family fun, is this something that a typical family could afford?
It's basically about the same price as your monthly cable bill.
All right, so for the price of cable,
yeah,
we could be out there boating around on a 20-foot.
Yep, that's it.
Omni 200. Now, this looks like a real durable material here. It's not quite leather. What is this seat made out of?
It's vinyl.
It's vinyl, so
yes.
Vinyl's a little more durable, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, and I see you got this whole command center here. What am I looking at?
Well, you got your helm here. This is your throttle.
You say helm, I like to call it a command center. It
okay,
makes the captain seem more important.
Okay.
At any rate, so we got your basic steering wheel. You got your throttle here.
Yep.
Everything looks pretty intuitively obvious.
You got your nice Jensen stereo. Got to have your tunes while you're cruising out to Shell Island.
Heck yeah.
You got your fuel gauge, your miles per hour, and your trim up and down.
Okay.
To get on the plane quicker.
So it's real easy, and you got a little auxiliary power outlet here.
Sure, you plug in your phone or anything like that that you might have.
We can't go anywhere without our phones, This is just awesome stuff, let me tell you. And for the price of a cable bill, just great. So maybe you can show me some of the other features of this
Sure.
boat. Now, of course, the captain would be here. Multiple cup holders, of course, especially the way I drive on the water.
It's got plenty of storage under the seats.
Uh-huh.
And all the seating is made, unlike some of the competitors, that all of the seating drains very, very well. So if you get a little bit of water in here, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to drain out.
So you could actually rinse that out if you had to.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, and you got one on both sides, apparently.
Both sides. It's got a little bit of storage up under the command center. And it's got storage up under all the seats back here, too.
Man, oh man. So you got plenty of storage on this thing. Now, I guess you got this, what is this, a bimini top?
It's an 8-foot bimini top.
Uh-huh.
And you can fold it out and get out of the sun if you need to. If you got little ones, get them in the shade.
Hey, my bald spot is taking a beating right now, so yeah, I'd probably have this thing down right away, And now you've got this this motor back here as well. Tell me a little bit about this motor. I mean, what?
It's a 60-horse Mercury, and it holds 24 gallons of fuel.
And that's enough to get us around, right?
That's enough to get you around all day.
That'll push this thing. And you're not going to be breaking any speed records, but a 60 horse is pretty powerful, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's plenty of power for a family, and somebody's looking to get up to 60, 70 miles an hour. Hey, we have those too here.
Yeah, I guess you could always you can go as crazy as you want with these motors, with these marine motors. But I see you've got a ladder down here.
That's a swim ladder off the deck.
Yeah,
the flooring is vinyl in this one, so you can hose it off. You go out to Shell Island, you get sand all in here, you spill drinks or whatever. You come back, you hose it off, 25 minutes, flush the engine, and you're gone. Shane,
I've seen some of these boats that are just beautiful with leather and flooring and all that. But when you have an active family and people are tracking sand around, or maybe you're fishing off this thing and all, you're going to want something you can clean up pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, you just take a hose pipe, you hose this whole thing down.
And all this vinyl stuff, you can just hose it on down, and you're back in business again. Now, if somebody wants to learn more about this boat, what do they need to do?
Just call me over here at Marine Max. My name's Shannon Payne, and they can just call me at 850-630-5459.
All right, or we can go out to marinemax.com and just look for the Panama City Beach store and give you a call from there.
Sure, you can do that also.
All right, thanks so much for showing me around.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back after your Waking Up with Don weather. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Alan Graham from Counts Realty, and he's brought a guest with him today. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, Don, how you doing?
Good to see you, and I see you've brought your friend Corey with you.
Yeah, I've told you before that we have a whole list of professionals that I use for mortgage, termite, and today I brought Corey Brookins with 5-Star Home Inspections, and he does a lot of our inspections. I've got a group of guys that I use, but I rely a lot on Corey because he always gives me good information, good feedback, and then does a great follow-up inspection after it's the repairs have been done, to look at the repairs to make sure they comply with what he's asked.
Now you're in the business, and of course you're a real estate professional. How do you come across a guy like Corey Brookins here? I mean, how do you choose a home inspector? Who's good? Who's bad? Who's certified? Who's not?
Hey, the first thing I like to do is find somebody that shows up when I ask them to do and gives me a timely report. And explains it in a way that I can explain it to the customer, and it doesn't look like a nuclear waste dump. When he's done a home inspection that finds a few problems, and a lot of times problems seem larger to the customer than they really are to repair. Corey does a great job at explaining that and walking customers through how to repair those.
Corey, how do you become a home inspector? Do you have a background in the trades or in the building trades, or is that even necessary?
Well, in the past, what had happened, it was more just about experience, general experience in the construction industry. Back in, about 5 years ago, we changed it to now it's a licensing process. Okay, there's good and bad things to both. One, pre-license, you really chose someone based off experience. We're now kind of licenses equal us all out. But then again, it is nice to have everyone that's doing this business regulated through the state.
So to have that license, you've got to take a state exam, I would imagine.
Yeah, there's exams and certifications. There's a process. To be honest with you, Don, I've done it so long ago that if they made me redo it today, I wouldn't know where to start.
Well, I'm sure you're doing a fine job, because apparently Alan has confidence in your skills, and it's good to know that. I mean, anything else you need to do, you need a license for. To have a dog, to drive a car, you got to have a license. Well, to inspect something as important as your home.
Yeah. The great thing that home inspectors provide is if a customer's going to sell a home, it always cuts out a lot of the problems if they'll get a pre-inspection. And a lot of people don't think about that. Then when the inspector is called in and he does his research on the home, how the results are presented to a customer really impact the customer's perception of that home. And Corey does a great job at talking about the things that he finds that are not up to code.
So just finding things wrong with a home isn't necessarily a showstopper. These are things that can be remediated. Is that right?
No, absolutely. I mean, I tell my clients every time they show up at a home, I go, I do between 600 and 700 full inspections a year. I literally will never have one that has nothing wrong with it. Today I'll do a brand new construction. It's never been lived in, just got its CO, and I'll find a half a dozen things. Okay, this doesn't mean a home is defective. Doesn't mean it's unpurchasable. Just means we have a few things we need to take care of.
What are some of the more typical things that you find wrong with homes? I mean, what should sellers look out for before they call you in?
Well, the most common things I run into: wood rot, fogged windows, smaller things like that. That are just very typical part of a home maintenance. A lot of times just debris on the evaporator coil of your heating and cooling system. People don't think to change the filter constantly. And so, when that occurs, those things are very easily repaired.
Oh, so good to know. Now, if you're a seller, you really do rely on the realtor to find a home inspector. Can sellers find their own home inspectors, or should they really rely on their realtor to do that?
Well, typically I provide them with a list of 2 or 3. Then they'll ask me, well, who would you use? And I said, well, out of the 3, I've used these 2. It's great to have a relationship with 2 or 3 because Corey may be booked up for a week or 2, and I need the inspection immediately. So it's great to have a relationship with 2 or 3.
Yeah, because I know, just as a person who's bought and sold, you put a lot of trust in your realtor, and you kind of hope that they know what they're doing when they select an inspector for you. So word to the wise, hire a realtor that you trust and have confidence in, and of course, that trust will kind of roll downhill to whatever inspector. Gentlemen, we're so out of time, it's not funny, but thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a pleasure meeting you, Corey.
Thanks, you too, Don.
And thanks for the work you do to keep our home safe.
I appreciate it.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Allison Smith from Herb Effects Landscape Management and Pest Control. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Did I say it right? Landscape
did.
Management or landscaping?
Landscape management.
Landscape management.
And pest control services.
Well, I got to tell you, I got some pests that I need to control, and I got some landscaping I need managed. And you're the right lady.
I can help you with that.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know. I'm looking forward to your help.
230-1200. That we can help you.
230-1200. Don't forget, if you got a pest that's bothering you. Now, we've got some. Speaking of pests, we have a very special guest today, don't we?
This is one of those pests. Unfortunately, you can't bring this one in and live. This is kind of scary.
Why?
They're actually,
Oh, why, Allison? Why can't we bring it in live?
get a picture here. They're actually about 2 inches long and say a little bigger than a good sized walnut, and they look adorable. They look like they'd be really fuzzy and something fun to go pet.
It looks like Tribbles from Star Trek.
It does kind of remind you of that, or something from Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're fuzzy and they're furry. It actually is called the puss caterpillar. They've been in Central and South Florida for a while
I'm
now.
gonna hold this up over here. Maybe we can get a shot over here, and we can get a good shot at the puss caterpillar.
They're furry looking.
They're
It looks
furry
like
looking.
something a child would want to go pet or touch. And that's the problem. They were found in Destin. This actually is a willow leaf. So, you know, willow leaves are not even an inch wide. So it shows you how big, how wide he is. This is the actual one found at a home in Destin. And they're poisonous. Every one of these little furry strands, when you touch it, they come off in your skin, and they actually cause severe pain.
Oh my!
Depending on your, it's just like wasp and bees. If you're, you could be mildly sensitive, or you could be highly allergic.
So it's about the size of a walnut. It's this hairy critter that you would find on any bush, or just that willow.
No, they like hardleaf oak trees, like oak trees, willow trees, elm trees. They're going to be in hardwoods.
But not native to this area.
They're not native, and this
Where are they from?
You know, originally,
They're from hell, I'm sure.
Yeah, who knows? Originally, I'm not sure
Outer
where.
space.
They've had a problem for years in like the Tampa, Orlando area, South Florida especially. This is some of the first times. There's over the years, there's random. Pensacola had a couple, but when this is early in the year, they're typically more in the summer, and this is the first time that's been this close. So Destin is not too far. And that's the problem, is they look really cute. Like
How did they get here? They've got to be like imported somehow, I guess.
You know, I don't know where they originally came
planes,
from.
trains, automobiles, shipments of
We're bringing
landscaping stuff or
new
whatever.
materials in from all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, the world's gotten smaller globally, and
Yeah, it
who
has.
knows? But they're highly toxic. But if you do happen to get stung, two things. One, actually, they say the quickest thing to do is to use Scotch tape to try to stick to those little fur and pull them off you. They're actually going to break off in your skin. That's the problem.
Yuck.
Every little furry thing will stick to you. And the most common reaction, even people who are mildly allergic to them, describe severe pain. Like it's very painful sting. And that's the scary thing, is this something, if you did happen to have them in your yard, children are going to think, oh, that's cute, let me go pet it. And
Because it's a furry looking
it's a
little critter.
furry critter. They look adorable.
Yeah. So if you find one of these things, what do you do?
I would try to get in a jar or a bag, get rid of it, but call the extension office, our local extension office. They can tell you.
Okay.
They probably want to know for sure that, hey, they have been sighted.
If you find one of these, be on the lookout for the puss caterpillar. If you do see this puss caterpillar, call Herbifex right away, and they'll send a squad out to your house.
Yeah.
A SWAT team.
Well,
and
yeah,
they'll swat it for
hazmat
you.
suits, the whole thing. It's just kind of frightening that they're early, and they're heavy. They're actually really heavy, so people can be under a tree, and say you shake the tree, your kids
it'll
are playing in
fall
the
on
yard,
you.
they fall. That's one of
Yuck.
those common things. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's totally crazy.
Falling heavy caterpillars. It's all we
Poisonous.
need.
On
Poisonous
top of it all,
caterpillars.
Allison Smith from Herbifex. Thank you so much for coming on the show
you.
and telling us about this crazy new caterpillar that we've got in the Panhandle now. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Sherry Melton, who is the director of the Panama City chapter of Special Spaces. And Sherry, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I mean, we got a chance to talk a little bit about Special Spaces, and I'm just so impressed and really touched with what you guys do. What exactly is Special Spaces?
Special Spaces is an amazing organization. We go in and we do bedroom makeovers for children with life-threatening illnesses.
So if a child has a life-threatening illness, whatever it may be, cancer or whatever, you would kind of go in there and redo their room for them?
Yes, we go in and we talk to the family and we talk to the child, find out what their likes, their dislikes are, and we plan an amazing transformation for their room. And we go in, we do it in one day. We go in on Saturday morning about 8 o'clock, and we're usually finished about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
So you just transform a bedroom.
The entire thing.
And what are some of the things that you do to a bedroom? I would imagine paint would probably figure prominently into it.
Right. We paint, we build stuff sometimes depending on, what we're doing, what the child needs. That's a big part of, what we do is we try to find out what the child needs. Our first makeover, we lowered her bed, so we built her a platform bed that was lower than a normal bed because she was in a wheelchair, where she could just stand up and turn around and sit down
without having to climb, and just make it a little more user-friendly for them.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a wonderful idea. Now Special Spaces, is that a national organization, or is it just local, or how does all that work?
It's a national organization. It was founded in 2014 in Knoxville, Tennessee by a lady named Jennifer Swan. We celebrated our 10-year anniversary last year. We're in over 35 states. We have over 45 chapters, and to date we have done over 500 bedroom makeovers across the country.
Wow, 500 bedroom makeovers. That's a lot of makeovers.
It is.
And that's a lot of joy, I would imagine, that you would bring to a sick child.
It's an amazing thing when we are able to open the door to that child and reveal that room to them, and they light up like a Christmas tree. It's like a feeling, you can't explain it. It was the most incredible thing I've ever done.
Sherry, who all does the work? Do you pay contractors, or are they volunteers? I mean,
we're all volunteers and donations. We have some amazing people that have stepped up and helped, and either volunteering with their time and their talents, or donating money, or paying for, different things that the family needed that they couldn't afford. Just, it's just been incredible.
That's such a cool idea. It really is. We've got to run off to a commercial break, but on the other side of that, I want to talk more about some of the families that you may have helped. I also want to let our viewers know how they can help if they want to help out with special spaces for kids with life-threatening illnesses. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Sherry Melton, who's the director of Special Spaces in Panama City. And again, Special Spaces just sounds like a wonderful charity where you're remaking the bedrooms of children with life-threatening illnesses. Now, if people want to help out somehow, and I guess this takes a little more than elbow grease. It takes a little money.
It does. It does. Everything is done through volunteers and donations. They can contact me through our Special Spaces Panama City Facebook page.
Okay.
They can also contact us through our specialspaces.org national website. Or they can call me at 850-257-3416.
Sherry, what are some of the things that you do in a room? I know we talked about beds and things like that, but there's also therapeutic devices and things like that that could run into some money.
Yes, there is.
That a child may need.
There are a lot of, equipment that families just can't afford. They get their medical, help, but they don't necessarily get help with equipment that they need. We try to help provide with wheelchairs, with ramps, anything that they need that we can help with, as well as giving this child an amazing space to go that's just their own space that they can enjoy when they're going through what a lot of times is the worst time of their life.
And you tailor it specifically for that child, for their needs. And what's the average cost of redoing a bedroom like that? Do you have a sense of that?
We generally try to raise about $3,000 per room, and that affords us to help with the medical supplies and the medical equipment, as well as paint, furniture, accessories, anything else that we need to bring this bedroom, to a dream that is that child's alone. That is they have designed that room.
And it's not just functional. It's going to be aesthetically pleasing for this kid. And attitude is everything when you're ill.
It is.
So just keeping a sunny disposition is crucial. Thank you so much for what you do. And Special Spaces Panama City on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Or you can call Sherry Melton at 850-257-3416. And whether or not you want to help out, or if you know a child who needs a new room, who may have a life-threatening illness, give Sherry a call. And thank you again, my friend, for coming on the show. And thanks for everything you do. And that'll be it, and we'll see you next time.